Hey guys, welcome to the Best Damn Toy Show. I am Gian Perez. With me as always, one of my best friends, Joey Gaytan. What we do here is we just check out action figures. We do a little review. We talk about our experiences with action figures over the years. We are two grown-ass men who still play with toys.
I don't play, I pose.
But today we're gonna be checking out the Bro Thor Build-A-Figure. This is the last wave of 2019 that Hasbro is putting out for the Marvel Legends figure line. I first saw this actually at Comic-Con this year. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I need this. This iteration of Thor is probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU. I'm a big fan of Big Lebowski as well.
What a year this was. 2019, we had the 80th year release Marvel action figures. We were spoiled as fans this year. I mean, we had so many awesome action figures to come out. A lot of good Build-A-Figures too. One of my favorite Build-A-Figures this year was Caliban. I really like the Caliban Build-A-Figure. But you know what? There was a few Build-A-Figures released this year that I really didn't like. And the number one would be Molten Man. And number two would probably be this one. I just wasn't.
You don't like this?
It's not that I don't like it. I'm just not really into the Marvel cinematic figures.
Because I'm such an old school fan that my passion is really with the old school imagery, figures, or whatnot. This is my least favorite Build-A-Figure, and it's my least favorite Thor figure to date.
I like the two heads. I like that they included the scar that he got when his sister ripped out his eyeball. So the sunglasses, I think they come off. I'm not gonna force it because we're gonna break it, but I feel like that I don't really see a difference in the molds, right? They look kind of the same.
They look identical.
So maybe the sunglasses don't come off and you just keep the ones on the other. When he comes out in the bathrobe,
I don't want my Thor in Crocs. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. I love the fact that these have the Crocs on them, the bathrobe, the fingerless gloves on his hand.
I don't know. I don't.
And then we got the alternate hand that has the time travel thing from
the Avengers.
Right. And then his battle axe that he got.
I will say that is probably the high point in this Build-A-Figure is this weapon, this axe. Actually, really cool.
Forged by
Groot.
No, it was.
Groot puts
Well,
together?
that's the wood.
Right.
Came from Baby Groot.
Right.
Or Teenage Groot gave him wood
right.
for it, and then Tyrion Lannister forged the. Well, he had to help him because he had no hands. Because Thanos chopped his hands off. I'm gonna pick the sunglass head. It's my favorite part of it because he looks like the dude. It's an ode to Jeff Bridges from The Big Lebowski. How do you feel about that movie, by the way?
The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
I love it. Couldn't tell you a thing about it, though. But I love it.
You love it a lot. Okay.
Hey, can I put something on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
go
put
ahead.
a leg or something on?
Go ahead.
Jeez Louise. Man.
You put the wrong leg on. You put the right leg on the left.
Ain't nothing changed.
On the left. Just the attention to detail.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, even Marvel's worst figure is still going to be better than anything out there on the market. This Legends series is the detailed articulation always boggles my mind from where they came from when they were with Toy Biz. And now they're with Hasbro.
Right.
And Hasbro spares no expense in these details. Like I said from the very beginning, not a fan of the character or whatnot, or the actual Build-A-Figure, but the quality put into this figure and all the other figures are just awesome.
Okay, so we got ab rotation, which is good. We got a little bit of ab crunch coming from where we started as kids to where we are now with these figures, and I shouldn't be complaining. I should remember, the awesome Star Wars line that now, if you look back, it was terrible.
Yeah,
they were awful toys.
Yeah,
but those are the ones that started it all. They launched the 3 3/4 scale,
and that figure actually poses really well. Look how stable that is.
Yeah. You sometimes you get those figures where for the life of you can't stand them up.
No, right? And that's one thing when I put my figures out and I pose them and whatnot. The stability, can they stand up on their own? And this one right here, he's very stable. It's not wobbly. So that right there is awesome.
Cool. I love the pajama pants. I love the Crocs. I've noticed with Hasbro, I want to say within the last 2 or 3 years, the attention to detail and quality in the figures.
Yes.
They were already pretty good, and they've gotten even better with this.
Even to the packaging.
That's another thing we didn't have as kids. Switching out hands, arms, heads, and everything like that. Kids are spoiled. Well, these aren't actually for kids, really.
It's real when you think about it.
Yeah, $20 figures and whatnot.
Today's kids ain't got the imagination. I would have been going crazy.
Well, they're building their own figures on their phones.
All right.
Okay,
Finally.
yeah, you take the sunglasses off, and even though he's still in his bathrobe, he's still serious. For scale purposes, Caliban Wave came out earlier this year.
Wow.
And then I brought
Now that's a Build-A-Figure.
You've been on Marvel Legends since Toy Biz.
Yeah, since the first series.
How disappointed were you when they started making the Build-A-Figures like smaller? They started scaling them down. I think it's cool in a concept like the Apocalypse one, but then like when you put it with the rest of their figures, it doesn't. Giant Man fits and Galactus fits because Galactus is supposed to be huge.
Getting something extra when you buy the figure is awesome. It doesn't matter how big or how small that figure is. People who like that character, like, you know, that's awesome because now they get that figure.
Right.
You know, and she's super skinny, super small, as opposed to building a Giant Man or a Galactus. Either way, you're getting something extra,
right? Which
is as all us fans we're looking for when we make that purchase.
Right. Like, it doesn't really bother me either, as long as if I want the Build-A-Figure.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how big or small.
And it makes them more rare.
Yeah.
Because you need to buy the whole line to get the one figure.
Yeah, and exactly. Which is why people are up in arms, because now Jubilee. They released Jubilee, and Jubilee easily. I saw the old Jubilee on eBay going for $200, and now you can go buy a dope Jubilee, better than the one that's going for $200 for $20. So yeah.
Yeah, that does kind of annoy me. Like when Hasbro does that, like you go hunting to put these things together, and then they re-release it as a solo figure.
Yeah.
You know, they've done it a few times
with Thanos, I think.
Or like the Comic-Con exclusives, they like re-release the Comic-Con exclusives as their own. Like Malekith, they re-released that.
Yes.
They re-released Dormammu. That was like
that was in the book of
Ashanti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They re-released Brother Voodoo from that whole set.
Man, that was great figures right there. Dormammu was actually one of my favorite figures.
It's a dope one. But I will give them credit. Like the paint applications are different on the box set, like the Comic-Con exclusives, than they are when they re-release them. Like they're definitely not as good paint-wise, but you know, that's just being nitpicky if you want the character. But
I just want to add that that's a badass Build-A-Figure right there, Caliban. Can I touch it?
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
And if you didn't catch our very first episode where we look at the Comic-Con exclusive He-Man from Mattel, make sure to check it out. It's up on the screen right there. All right. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.